Well, it's funny how an unseasonably warm weekend makes you forget all about that snow we had last week.
Or Wednesday's commute may still be fresh in your mind. The snow and cold temps didn't just challenge us, but they challenged our cars.
And it's always a pleasure to welcome back Peter Fink from Certified Transmission. Good to see you, Peter.
Morning. Always a great time to be here.
The commute was a little easier this morning, wasn't it? Than it was last week?
Definitely. I mean, now this winter we've had really a pretty light winter.
We've been fortunate.
Yeah, we haven't had much snow, a little bit of ice, but I mean, and cold, okay, a couple weeks, or stuff. I mean, but overall it's been warmer than normal, I think. Okay, now, I'm not the weather guy. I guess we can check with him.
But no, they told us it's warmer at least the last.
But we're not out of the woods yet. There's always a big one that comes in March.
It happens.
We're counting our chickens before they hatch.
And this first question kind of relates back to that. It's from Amy. She's up first. She says, when I use the four-wheel drive in my 2007 Jeep Liberty Limited, it shifts in fine, but doesn't shift out right away. When it does shift out, it makes a thump noise. Should I be concerned?
Okay, usually when you're going to shift in a four-wheel drive, in and out, okay, the newer vehicles you can shift on the fly, they call it. You can turn the knob or push the button and you can go in or out. And usually it's fairly smooth, okay? Now, I don't like doing that, okay, myself. I mean, I usually recommend customers, if you know you're going to need four-wheel drive, put the transmission in neutral, put in the four-wheel drive, wait for the light to come on, and then go, and the same to take it out. Now, obviously, they design it to do it on the fly, okay? If it does, once in a while it can make a thump, okay, and stuff, and it'll be, my Dodge does the same thing, and a Jeep is the same drivetrain, okay? So, I mean, it is kind of common, okay? I've seen that, like I said, on my own truck, okay, and stuff, and it's a newer truck, so quite a bit newer than the '07 here, and so it still does it. I usually, like I said, recommend not to. I'd say it's probably normal, okay, unless it's really excessive, okay? I mean, if it does it when you have it in neutral, then I would say you probably need to get it checked out. Now, the other side is, want to make sure the U-joints are good, possibly the front wheel, the four-wheel drive, the front drive shaft, the U-joints could be wore and it could be making a little bit of noise. So when you get your regular maintenance done, you might mention it and they can check it and make sure that there isn't any other problem in the driveline.
But it's not an emergency situation.
I don't think so from what it sounds like, okay, and stuff. Okay. And as far as a little slower going in and out, 3, 4, 5 seconds seems like 15, when you're waiting for something, In
TV, we know that's true.
That's true, without a doubt.
Our next question is from Scott, and he says, it seems like the brake pedal in my 2005 Kia Sportage feels stiff when the weather is cold. Am I just imagining this? What can I do about it?
Well, I don't think you're probably imagining it, okay? We get very used to our vehicles and we know when they're not working properly or something changes, okay? The first thing I would probably say is, I don't know when was the last time you had your brake fluid changed, okay? Believe it or not, you do need to do this like every 50, 60,000 miles. A lot of people don't. It's out of sight, out of mind. It's something that we never do. We're very good at changing our engine oils, okay? We're not very good at the transmission, horrible at power steerings, okay, and brake fluid. Now, again, some of the shops are advising some of their customers, okay, on stuff like this to get done. So I would start with a fluid change. If that doesn't take care of it, then probably the master cylinder is going bad. I actually experienced that in one of my own cars also, where the master cylinder was going bad. And it is a little bit. I mean, it's not super pricey. I mean, we're not talking $1,000, but I mean, probably it's going to be $200-300, depending where you go and again, who does the work, okay, and stuff. I don't know if you're capable of doing it on your own or not in this case. So.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the brakes, the brake fluid. You always recommend the manufacturer's the scheduling of different services.
And if it doesn't come up in that 100,000 miles, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. You need to talk to the shop that you're doing it. The manufacturer sometimes didn't list some of those things, okay? But any fluids on the vehicle really does need to be changed. Now, it doesn't need to be changed like your motor oil, okay, or something, but it does need to be changed. At 50, 60,000 miles, if you haven't changed all the fluids in the vehicle, it's a good idea to get done.
Good. Okay. Here's a final question. It comes from Linda. She writes in that my 2002 Saturn L200 gets stuck in park sporadically. I can go back to it in a couple of hours and it's fine. Any idea what would cause that to happen?
This one does baffle me a little.
Inconvenient.
Yeah, it does. You never know when it's going to happen.
If you're going to work, hey, no problem.
Yeah, boss, it wouldn't come out of park. Okay, yeah, right. Okay,
we'll use that one next time.
Yeah, there you go. That one is weird to me. Okay, On the newer cars, again, and this one should have it, they all have what you have to do when you start it. You step on the brake. Some of them nowadays won't even start till you step on the brake, but to take it out of park, you got to step on the brake and then pull it out of park. Either that switch is adjusted improperly, possibly, and one time you're pressing on the brake pedal a little harder, and I'm thinking, the brakes bleed down a little bit. Now you're stepping, the pedal goes a little further, activating that switch. So it might need an adjustment, okay, is what I'm thinking. The other thing, but again, it shouldn't really be, is maybe the cable's going bad, okay, that it's frayed, and sometimes it doesn't want to be able to move, and I don't know why sitting would change it. That's why I said this one seems a little weird. I would have to do a little bit of checking on the car. You're probably going to have to take the console out, take the shifter apart, unhook the cable, and see if the cable could move, or is it a shifter deal, and check that brake switch activating. I think that's probably where the problem is going to be, and it kind of makes more sense because, like I said, the brakes would bleed down a little bit, your pedal moves a little further, and then, so next time it doesn't do it, push on that brake pedal a little harder, see if they'll do it. Yeah, and then if it does come out right away, then that's misadjusted. Get it into the shop, they can adjust it for you.
Well, if you've got a transmission-related issue, and you might have seen Peter on TV before sort of joking about it, if certain things go wrong with your car, well, he doesn't do everything, but he specializes in transmissions and does it better than anybody else, we think. 5 locations in our area, and you can make appointments to see one of his technicians online at omaha.certifiedtransmission.com.
Peter, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
And like you said, all we do is transmissions.
That's it.
I thought you were going to go to that tire commercial one. I said, no, I don't do tires. Okay, so we don't do brakes either.
They don't. But sort of transmissions, if that's your thing, they got it. And your question could be featured during our next visit with Peter or another member of the Certified Transmission crew. And a few ways to get those questions to us: email talkback@omahamorningblend.com or leave questions on our Facebook wall. But the hub for all of it is omahamorningblend.com.